All right, here we are. We're moving on. Chapter 4, Lesson 6. We are multiplying polynomials. Remember, polynomials can be a monomial, one term, binomial, two terms, trinomial, three terms, and we call all of these polynomials, and things that have more than three terms, we also call those polynomials. All right, our essential question is, can you multiply polynomials? There are two ways to do this. The first way is the one you probably will remember the most. We call it FOIL, which means we are going to multiply first term, outer term, inner term, last term. So let's do that together. We're going to start by multiplying the first terms. So the first term in each of these binomials, 2x times 3x is 6x squared. Then we're going to multiply the outer terms. Notice the outer terms are this 2x and this 2. They're on the outside of all of the paragraphs. And when I multiply 2x times 2, I get 4x. Now we're going to multiply our inner terms. Inner terms are inside, positive 1 and 3x. And those multiply to be 3x. And the last term, remember we have a positive 1 here and a positive 2 here. And when I multiply those, I get positive 2. Now, we're not finished yet because notice that the 3x and the 4x are like terms, so we can add those together. 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. All right, so we're going to practice one using FOIL first. So let's go ahead and let's try first terms. So if I multiply the first terms here, x times x, remember, is x squared, because when I multiply, I add the exponents. Then we're going to go ahead and go to the outer terms. X and negative 1 is a negative x. Inner terms, positive 4 and x multiply to be 4x. And the last terms, 4 and negative 1 are multiplied to be negative 4. Now we have to add all our like terms. The inner terms are typically alike, not all the time. We get x squared plus, well, a negative x and a positive 4x is positive 3x minus 4. So our trinomial is our answer. I did want to show you this vertical method. I don't ever want to block anyone who wants to learn all methods. I like it. I don't necessarily love it. Most people remember FOIL a lot easier, but let's look at it at least. We're going to take this 3x and we're going to multiply it through all three terms. You know, this probably is a great method for, see how we have a trinomial here times a binomial? It's probably a great method for that. So when I multiply, I get 6x cubed, because I have 1x here. And then I'm going to multiply 3x times negative 5x, and that gives me a negative 15x squared. And then I'm going to take 3x and multiply it by this negative 4. So I'm just traveling along these little arrows that I made. And that's going to give me a negative 12x. Well, don't forget, we also have to multiply by this negative 2. So if I have negative 2, I'm going to take it to all three terms. So I'm going to first multiply it by 2x squared. Negative 2 times 2x squared is negative 4x squared. Negative 2, multiply it by negative 5x. Negative 2 times negative 5x is a positive 10x. And negative 2 and negative 4 multiply to be a positive 8. As you can see, I lined this up nicely so we could just add down. So when I add down, I get 6x cubed minus 19x squared minus 2x plus 8. And you know, I do like this method for a trinomial, three terms, times a binomial. Some people just use the distribution method for a trinomial. Remember that this is a trinomial, 1, 2, 3 terms, times a binomial, 1, 2 terms. So let's just learn and distribute. This one, we're just going to take and multiply this 2y times 1, 2, 3 terms. And I am going to line it up pretty again. 2y times xy is 2xy squared. 2y times negative y squared is negative 2y to the 3rd power. And 2y times positive 3x squared is positive 6x squared y. Well, that's only half of it. Now I have to take this x and distribute it to here, and to here, and to here. X times xy. Notice that's x squared y, and notice where I put it. I put it underneath my x squared y. X times negative y squared is a negative xy squared. X times 3x squared is 3x to the 3rd. And you're probably wondering, Miss Maloney, why did you put that in the front? When we add down, we always want it to go in descending order alphabetically. So we're going to start with the 3x cubed, and then the next number after the x cubed would be an x squared. So if I add these down, 6 plus invisible 1 is 7x squared y, so I'm not necessarily going just across my addition here. And then I'm going to have it 1x, so 2 minus an invisible 1 is plus 1xy squared. And this last term is negative 2y cubed. And a lot of students ask me, will I get it wrong? No, it's not wrong. So let me just add it this way. 3x cubed plus xy squared minus 2y cubed plus 7x squared y. So notice everything's the same. It's just jumbled, and you want to get used to showing it the way that you're going to see it on some standardized testing.